We have two methods here. The first method is going to get you 1,085,819, and this other method is going to get you 1,090,380. In both ways, your $1,000 will get you to $1 million portfolio, but the only difference is one is going to take you shorter amount of time, and the other one is going to take you longer. So we're going to analyze both ways and see how we came up with these numbers. Welcome to the first episode of our new series, Investing $1,000 in MSTY, How Long to Be a Millionaire. In this series, we break down a popular high-yield ETFs and calculate how long it's going to take to hit 1 million starting with just $1,000 based on a real yield, reinvestment, and compounding. Today, we are looking at MSTY, one of the most talked about income ETFs. Let's crunch the numbers, explore risks, and see if the path to million starters is realistic or just hype. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next ETF we break down. The first thing we're going to look is valuation of MSTY. Looking at the valuation of MSTY is really hard. The only way we can do to evaluate the real valuation of MSTY is to go to underlying stock itself, which is MSTR, MicroStrategy Incorporated. At the price of $268, it went down about 8%, but MSTY was down only 6%, and right now is at $19.24. According to analysts, the fair value at the moment is $243.28, but the current price of $268, there's a downside of -924. And what's the fair value? Fair value is an estimate of a stock true price based on valuation models like discounted cash flow, peer valuation multiples, and dividend discounted model. Those are just the metric they use to calculate what's a fair value. But there's another metric I'm going to show you here, which is going to surprise you. If you look at the technical analysis, which is what the stock is doing right now, is a strong sell because there's a huge sell today. But if we click here, we can go into details on a daily basis, on monthly basis. But this is just as of today. Now, analyst sentiment is a strong buy. Target price is 514. So if MSTR, a stock goes up to 514 from the price of today of 268, that's upside of 92%. If this stock goes up 92%, of course, MSTY will also go up. Don't take those numbers for granted because at one point, MSTY ETF was at 46.50. So at the price of today, 19, that's almost a 3 times. If the numbers that are showing on MSTR valuation comes to fruition, then this ETF might be going up to that price. MSTR has been paying a distribution since inception. The first time they started paying was on April 8th, 2024, and the last distribution paid was on March 14th, 2025. So it's been almost a year since they paid the first distribution, and the next distribution is going to be announced just in a couple of days. The first distribution was big at $4, and the last distribution was one of the lowest they've paid since inception. Average of all this distribution, we're getting a $2.77, and cumulative, they've paid $33.19. If we take our average distribution of $2.77 with the price of today, which is $19.24, our yield is 173%. And last distribution they paid was $1.38. If you take that with the price of today, $19.24, that is annual yield of 86.07. Now we're going to look at our spreadsheet to see how much $1,000 is going to get you to $1 million portfolio using those two yields. The first is going to be on average distribution. The second one is going to be on the last distribution they paid. But we know the last yield is not realistic because this ETF pays from $1 to $2 to $4. So the best math here is on average. So let's go to see the math. The first page here, we are just investing $1,000 and we're using our average distribution, and that's a yield of 173. Check this. Within just 14 years, your portfolio now is a 1,000,005. And look at how much distribution you'll be getting at that time within 14 years. Over 200,000. That's a lot. Let me show you second method now. So let's say from now on, YieldMax pays $1.38 for MSTY. The yield is going to be 87%. How long will it take you to be a millionaire? Investing $1,000 with the lower yield, by the 14th year, your portfolio is only $250,000. But think about this. You invested only $1,000. You didn't put any other amount except reinvesting all your distribution and compounding. If you want that money compound more and be a millionaire, you just let it keep going. Within 21 years, your portfolio is $1,090,380. 80. Let's say you don't want to reach a $1 million portfolio, you just want to have a huge distributions. Look, within just 10 years, you're going to receive $91,000, right? And your portfolio would be at 334. Again, let me make it clear. This math is based on the distribution they're paying right now, and provide that the stock price stays the same, and they will keep paying all distributions either on average or based on the last distributions. So there's nothing changes here. But of course, if the stock tanks, let's say 50% or 80%, then your portfolio value is going to be lower, but distributions will be the same because you're holding the same number of shares. And let's say, for example, if the stock rise, let's say double, your portfolio value is going to be even bigger. This was just quick an update to show you how you can invest just $1,000 on MSTY and make you a millionaire. And this is an ongoing series, so I'm going to make another video on another ETF. Make sure you don't miss that by subscribing to this channel and hit the notification button so you can receive those updates. Again, if you like this type of content, always smash the like button. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.